Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we'll learn about 10 laws of karma that will change your life. Now, let's begin. In today's world, karma is well known as a sort of scale or balance between good and evil, but the role of karma in our lives is often distorted and misunderstood. Many people conceive of karma as a universal reward system in which good things happen to good people and bad things to bad people. But this definition doesn't capture the full depth or complexity of this profound and spiritual concept. In Sanskrit, the word karma means act or deed, but really takes shape in the context of Eastern religions, which define karma as a guiding force that helps us find meaning and fulfillment in our lives. In Buddhism, karma is sometimes described as the natural rippling of consequences across space and time. Karma not only affects the world around us, but also our past, present, and future. It's not something we see, feel, or directly observe, yet karma is always influencing our lives. Understanding karma is one of the great lessons passed down by the Buddha himself, but it takes a lifetime to truly understand the inner workings of this complex and unconscious system. For laymen of the Buddha's teachings, masters of karma often teach a short list of universal principles, also known as the laws of karma, which explore the many ways that karma impacts our lives. It teaches us to learn, create, and change, to be patient and to see clearly. Karma helps us become better versions of ourselves and at the same time remain present in the moment. Whatever you hope to be or find in your life, the laws of karma can aid you on your journey, guiding you toward happiness and fulfillment in your life. Now, of course, discovering such happiness requires a level of diligence, patience, and observation which many people are unwilling to give. For this reason, many people resist the flow of karma. They become impatient, arrogant, or selfish and ultimately fall into an endless cycle of misery and self-destruction. However, if you embrace the laws of karma, these 10 humble principles may transform your perspective on your life, yourself, and the entire world around you. Number 1. The Law of Humility. Before you can solve a problem, you must first accept that the problem exists. You must be humble and admit to others and yourself that you have room to grow and improve. Only through this admission can you experience genuine change. Embracing the law of humility is commonly practiced by many of the most successful people who routinely step back and reflect on their choices. In difficult moments, they're honest with themselves about where they're struggling, allowing these people to improve by leaps and bounds over the course of their lives. If you want to change your life, start by recognizing your mistakes. Let go of your pride, do away with your ego, because humility will put you one big step closer toward change and happiness. Number 2. The Law of Focus. We like to think we're successful multitaskers. We split our attention between several tasks, projects, and goals, believing we're capable of doing everything at once, but in the end, we rarely achieve any of the things we hoped, at least not to the level we expected. For example, you might want to pursue a career in computer science, but you might also be interested in taking your music to the next level. On top of that, you're playing sports, you're making friends, and you're learning new skills. You create so many goals and expectations for yourself that you never accomplish any of the things that you hoped. For this reason, the law of focus encourages us to focus on one thing at a time. Concentrate on what is directly in front of you, whether it's sweeping your kitchen floor or writing an email at work. Give that task your full attention. Then, when it's done, move on to the next thing. This simple exercise has a profound impact not only on the quality of your work, but also on your ability to achieve larger goals. Number 3. The Law of Significance. What do you do when you're struggling to create change in your life? According to the law of significance, every transformation in your life begins with a smaller adjustment. A single choice to do something better or more satisfying than you would have done before. In other words, you don't need to overcome every obstacle all at once. The law of significance reminds us that the gap between the present and the future is not as great as it seems. When you're feeling low or hopeless, remind yourself that every life-altering transformation begins with a small adjustment. One tiny change leads to many until eventually your entire life is changed for the better. Number 4. The law of patience. This powerful law of karma teaches us that the greatest rewards in life require patience. If you rush toward the finish line, you're not going to find happiness or satisfaction, only short-term solutions and quick payoffs. Soon, this glory will fade, and the same cravings will come back even stronger than before. For many people, the cycle of impatience is destructive and seemingly impossible to escape. Again and again, you chase short-term rewards, convincing yourself that each one will change your life for the better, but they never do. Instead of getting trapped within this toxic cycle, encourage yourself to wait patiently and bide your time. Yeah, it'll be hard, you may become restless and frustrated, but the best things in life are worth the wait. Number 5. The law of cause and effect. In several Eastern religions, the law of cause and effect is also known as the Great Law and is sometimes synonymous with karma itself. The Great Law states that the energy you put into the world reflects the energy you receive. In other words, if you create happiness and kindness, treating others with dignity and respect, then you're bound to receive similar kindness from others. On the other hand, if you're cruel and deceptive, taking advantage of weakness or breaking other people's trust, you'll experience the same hardship and misery. Above all, the Great Law reminds us to treat others and the world around us in the way we want to be treated. For better or worse, you get what you give. Become a source of happiness and love, and karma will bring the same emotions back to you. Number 6. The law of responsibility. No one but you is responsible for what happens in your life. You have complete control over your choices. You have the power to change your behavior, even if it doesn't always feel like it. For many people, it's tempting to avoid responsibility for the mistakes they make, the time they waste, and the goals they fail to achieve, but you have no one to blame but yourself. At some level, this may sound brutal or disheartening, but the law of responsibility will eventually become a source of motivation. It's a firm reminder that you have more control over your life than you think. For the many people in the world who feel confused and helpless, this important message may be exactly what you need to hear. Number 7. The law of connection. Many people view the past, present, and future as different things, each one separate and equally powerful, but the law of connections teaches us that time and space are intimately connected. For example, what you did yesterday influences who you are tomorrow, just as your behavior tomorrow changes how you behave today. In other words, your past, present, and future are all equal parts of who you are. The law of connection also underscores the interconnectedness of all things and people. Everything in the world is linked by invisible strings, allowing the actions of one person to ripple outward and affect the lives of many others. No one can see or understand the complete consequences of their actions. One selfish act can and will affect people in ways that you never expected. Be kind to all things, because in one way or another, we're all one and the same. Number 8. The law of here and now. Do you spend a lot of time thinking about your mistakes? The law of here and now says that bad things happen when you dwell on them for too long. They become ingrained in your mind. The more we think about what we've done wrong, the harder it becomes to let go and move on. Instead of looking backward and dwelling on your failures, keep your eyes on the present moment. If you spend all your time thinking about the past, you'll miss the great things happening right in front of you. Number 9. The law of creation. Nothing in life happens by magic. No life-changing opportunities will just fall in your lap. No brilliant ideas will suddenly appear to you in your dreams. Instead, the law of creation tells us that there's only one way to truly accomplish anything in your life: take action and do it yourself. Of course, there are such things as coincidences, which can change your life without your participation, but 99% of the time, waiting is never the answer. If you sit around waiting for your dreams to come true, nothing will change. No one will see or hear you, and your life will never develop the way you hoped. You, and you alone, have the power to create your future, so don't waste another minute waiting for others to do it for you. Number 10. The Law of Change. History will repeat itself unless we're willing to learn and change. The law of change tells us that the events in our lives are often cyclical. We make the same mistakes again and again, and will continue making those mistakes until we make a conscious decision to stop, change, and improve. The law of significance reminds us that change begins with a choice to alter our behavior, but the law of change tells how we go about changing our lives. By reflecting on our past and learning from our mistakes, every one of us can grow, change, and leave our past in the past. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.